Hi, so I'm KB with Nerdophiles. How are both of you?
Good, how are
Hey,
you?
good.
Nice meeting you.
Coordinating with your background. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you. So I love the show. Now I'm not finished, so let me preface by saying that, so no spoilers. But I want to start with you, Raamla. So when creating this show, what was the most important, or what were the most important elements of Jax that you really wanted to convey on screen to audiences, and why?
Well, great question. For me, it was really important to see a very full woman, right? Like who's living a full life of, being a mom and a wife and having career and friends. Because for me, that I don't really get to see that a lot on TV. I always feel like, especially as a Black woman, like you get one, it's like, oh, she has her man, but no career, or she has a career and no, partner, or whatever it is. It's always like, we just don't, we can't have all the things. But for me, actually the stress of being not just a Black woman, but a woman is having all the things and having to balance them, and figure out how to maneuver. And so that was important, in addition to really just Jax being funny, like, and fun. A lot of times, as women, especially if you're good at your job, you go home and you're very serious. It's always everything's very serious, and I'm like, that's not how me and my friends are. Like, my friends were professionals, and we're silly, and back that ass comes on and we're just getting it.
Yep.
It's time to go. And so I feel like I haven't really seen that on television, and although I see it in real life all the time. So that was important to me to show. And luckily, someone like Emayatzy so effortlessly embodied all of those aspects. And so it made it fun to write. And I felt like I could go like full throttle on all these different parts of her because it was in such great hands.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Well, Emayatzy, listen, I feel like obviously Jax, she's getting a lot of heat and pressure from the episodes I saw on a lot of sides, but I do appreciate that motherhood is the most important thing for her at this juncture in her life. So talk a little bit about her dynamic with Spencer specifically, and kind of how the complex relationships with all of the men around her are really kind of helping to inform the young man she's raising at home.
Yeah, Jax's relationship with Spencer right now, it's really, she's feeling it in her heart, in her spirit deeply, just as a mother, she's seen him go from this little boy who I believe was just doting on her all of the time. And now, not only is he a teenager now, but also this dynamic of, we're separated, Jax and Lewis are separated. And how that's affecting the kids, and seeing how it's doing something to Spencer. And so she's having a difficult time trying to navigate that, and finding her space as a mother of this boy, and the man is not in the house at this point all of the time, but still with Lewis being such an active, present father, trying to navigate that. So she's trying to figure that out, and it's really causing a lot of I think inner turmoil for Jax. And she's having a difficult time because she's aware of the fact that she's raising a Black man, essentially. And, she wants to make sure that she's doing everything she can to effectively make that happen. And so it's definitely something that's wearing on her daily. And she's trying to figure out, and she hasn't found out that answer just yet. And she's relying on Lewis a lot in that regard. And there are times where she doesn't feel like he's doing enough or doing it the right way, in the way that she would do it. So it's a difficult time for her. And I think a lot of women and mothers can relate to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's an absolutely fantastic show. It is such a refreshing thing to see kind of us represented in this light. I mean, having lightheartedness, but having, the career, having family issues, because that's what we always do, and being able to be our full self. So I will say one of my favorite things about the show is I love that Jax can show up to work as herself, even in a space with all white men. I really, really appreciate that. So thank you guys for taking the time to chat with Nerdophiles, and can't wait for everyone to see the show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.